Well, it's more than losing a family or a relation because these are young men that I have virtually bloomed with from the days of our student leadership, 2002 to 2003, when Murtala was a member of the University of Ghana delegates to National News Congress. Omane Boamah was a student leader contestant like I did. And I always remember people that I contested that leadership to lead Ghana students with Omane Boamah, John Kuma, also of blessed memory, and then our brother Ernest. The four of us contested for student leadership. Somehow, after that contest, Omane rallied all of us who contested with him and said we shared various ideas on the platform and that he wanted us to manifest. And I can still see that if we had any student leader who distinguished himself in recent times, we can be the Omane Boamah leadership. And because he rallied even those who contested against him. We worked together in the committee for joint action. Myself, Omane, Murtala, Haruna Idrisu, and then he is the only minister who's vetting for this time I went to sit in. So it's obvious that I don't know, but it's like it's a dream. It didn't happen. Because Murtala spoke to me whilst he was in the US, in the New York for the environment conference. And my son and some other guy were to meet him. He said they should come. They got to the office on Tuesday. He was too busy. And so I sent him a message. He promised to meet them today at 9:30. So they came to my office to prepare to meet him, only to break the news of his demise to me. Omane Boamah, I called him 6:45 a.m. yesterday because we had an appointment. And the message I got was that the president has directed him for an event. He will call me. And the call I'm getting is that Omane Boamah is gone.
It's obvious your relationship with these people goes beyond politics. Looking at the whole thing that happened, people have also pointed or reminded us of why these people lost their lives in their quest to help fight Galamsey. Is it high time we acted very brutal towards people? Because already it is taking people's lives. Our water bodies, our forests are going, and now we have ministers of state also losing their lives. Is it high time we went brutal on these people?
It is not the doing of the artisanal miners that we lost the lives. If we want to go into, we should do full-scale probe into the cause of this accident. But I think that those who are managing the aircraft have a lot of questions to answer, particularly so that the president was to be the one to attend this event and that he later will direct his ministers because of tight schedules to go and do so. So they died for President Mohammed.
So, which means like
That is it. They died for President Mohammed. It cannot just be that we wash this one under the carpet. The second one is that what were they going to do? In the past, our strategy to combat Galamsey has always been to be violent, isn't it? Take guns and go and shoot people, destroy their machinery and what have you. And they were going there to bring an alternative life options for these Galamseyers so that they can pull them out of the destruction of our environment and offer them other opportunities elsewhere. What else could we have done? Can we always carry guns and kill our own because they have done something wrong? Can we destroy assets because somebody has done something wrong? So I think that the mindset that let's go and talk to the people, let's dialogue, rather than become violent, kill our own, chase them, maim them, destroy their future, we can engage in dialogue. And they went there on the instructions of the president to go and engage in dialogue. Unfortunately, not all of them could get there. It was the Minister for Natural Resources and the Ashanti Regional Minister that got there. And news got to the Ashanti Regional Minister. He broke it to the natural resource. I just don't know what it means. We will have to come back to this thing. But I have said time without number. When we used to have state ownership of the mines, most Ghanaians were working in the state companies. How did we lose it? That we have handed over what belongs to Ghana to private entities like Newmont, like what do we call it, Australian mines, Anglo Gold. And they are taking the chunk of the wealth away from our people and sucking them from their own land. See, Newmont alone is 128 times richer than Ghana. Newmont is 128 times richer than Ghana. But they are just extracting a portion of Ghana's wealth. How do you explain this? And so for me, away from everything, the state must take control of our resources. Own 60% and above. Use that 60% to develop and support the young people that do not have jobs. Create opportunities for them. And they will come out of destroying our environment because they can get something to eat. You see people holding masters and they are going to do mining, artisanal mining. Why are they there? Because man must survive. And so our inability to provide an alternative for them is the reason why they will go and be highly educated and get caught in this thing. Let us not go kill people that we have used our resources to train and then go and bring foreigners to come and take over what belongs to us. It's unacceptable that Anglo Gold, that Newmont and others will be richer than Ghana and Ghanaians are poor.
But Chairman Mornah, let me also ask, does all this happening or this particular event also speak to us about the president's safety when it comes to flying? Because I was with Dr. Omane Boamah a week or two ago when he raised concerns about the safety of the presidential jet and how corrosive it has become. And usually we like to make these matters political, forgetting that it would, whether MPP or NDC, it would be humans flying that particular private jet. He even mentioned that the Air Force has not been able to give proper timelines for the return because it looks like at every point there is something that needs to be done. Is this telling us to get a new one beyond political gimmicks?
Must we even talk about it? President Akufo-Addo dreamt that he has created a cathedral for God. He used state resources to go and dig the most monumental pit in the world. That pit is there. Crocodiles and other reptiles are swimming in that pit. Over $58 million have been put into that pit. How much will we need to add to be able to buy more of the aircraft that we are looking for? So it's because we have not prioritized. If we do priority, we know. And I have been saying that personally I don't have money. But I don't think that even owning a jet is luxury. Personally, I don't think that owning a jet is luxury. Because there are instances I need to be in Upper West region for an event. And I'm requested to be in the Central region for an event. And I'm expected to be in the Volta region for an event. If I had the capacity, I would take a flight, go and do the event in Upper West, come to Central region and go to the Volta region and do it. Sometimes the exigency and the pressures that come with the schedules that we have should require us to be able to provide these things. Hey, there are private individuals that own luxurious jets. The state of Ghana cannot buy it. Why are we talking and discussing this? Why is it a public issue? When President Liman wanted to buy the VC-10 that became a tussle between Kufuor and Jerry Rawlings, he went and bought it. Even at the most difficult time of our economy, they bought it. Why are we making this as if is the state not spending? Is Ghana not spending on sometimes frivolous expenditure? Why are we talking about transportation as if it is something that we cannot do? I don't think that this is something for the public discussion. President doesn't want to buy it. If he wants to buy it, he will authorize the Ministry of Defense that they should go and buy one. Because the presidential jet is supposed to be under the care of the army. So they will authorize the army to go and look for the specs that they want and look for the money and buy it. As I said, we cannot go and bring so-called private companies like Newmont and others to become 128 times richer than Ghana, and we Ghanaians are poor. Ghana is not poor.
It is too early. as this thing has happened already, the conspiracy theories going around, it's a whole lot. Do you think they are justified, or to the citizenry, you called for people to remain calm until final investigations, details are brought out? Because you even mentioned people having to answer questions when it comes to the flying.
Oh, no, there must be questions to be answered, and there must be thorough investigations. Until we finalize the investigations, we cannot criminalize or crucify anyone. But certainly, whilst death is natural, any one of us can die. Talking here, I can just collapse and die. But certain deaths are questionable. And it is because we think that situations like this could have been avoided. Why? Was it the best of pilots that we used in this instance? If it was the best, how did it happen? If I'm also picking stories well, I'm told that the squadron leader had his wife who just delivered and died a month ago. I am not sure that such a person would be in the best state of mind to be asked to take a helicopter to pilot people. So all these things are matters. Who knew that this man had lost his wife, who was supposed to take care of their newborn baby, a 1-month-old baby, and still ask that person to go and take a flight? With such mental instability, anything was bound to happen. So all those things have to be investigated. It could be deliberate. It could also be that it was a mistake. So let's get to the bottom of the matter. But for me, some of the things I know, Samson Oje became the chief of army staff. And I remember Samson Oje would personally take the flight and pilot President Mills. He piloted President Mahama. I also remember on 2 occasions that Samson Oje piloted the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. So you will want to take some of the finest to do these things. If we don't take the finest to lead our leaders across, and probably we took a novice, I don't know his level of proficiency in piloting, and it happened. I don't know why anybody will lose your wife less than 1 month, and then they ask you to go and take a plane. Even driving a car, you should be in a traumatic state to do so. And all these things must be investigated so that we can get to the bottom of it.